Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Macedo is the best.
All right, a young man sent me a message and he just asked me, Loy, if you can make a video on this, it'll be nice. What is the most important red flag that I need to be worried where it comes to a female? Or what is the one trait or, red flag I should keep an eye on where it concerns girls for dating, marriage, whatever. Okay, I'll give you my opinion. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Out of the 400 plus girls I have dated, met, dated means slept around and this and that, and I would say the one thing that is definitely to be very careful is the sob story. Generally when you're getting to know a girl, obviously you find that girl beautiful or fascinating, or you find her attractive. But here's a question I want you to ask yourself. If the girl is beautiful, let's say physically, has a great personality, is amazing, is everything, it's like wow, then the question is, why is she single? If you're so good, if you're so amazing, why are you single? Are you single because God had kept her exclusively for you? Or she was meant for you? See, it sounds nice when you hear that, oh, you're meant to be mine and this and that. But the question is, if you're that good, why are you single? So obviously, they'll give you a reason. Some will say, I never found the right one. Some will say, yeah, I was too busy with my career, no time. I personally know some girls who really don't have time. I also know some girls who are really not interested. And yes, there are some others who just have too much on their plate. Family, career, parents. Okay. However, among all these categories, there is that one category, when you ask them, why are you single? They will give you a sob story. They will tell you about their past. They'll tell you of their previous relationship. Now, if you ever come across a girl like that who will tell you about, the previous guy I was dating was ABCD. Now, if it's a normal conversation, I was dating him, things didn't work out, bye-bye, fine, that girl is good. But if you meet someone who gives you a sob story, I loved him and he never loved me back, and he beat me, he hit me, he cheated on me, he two-timed me, he abused me. They start giving you stories like that, then you better be careful. Okay? And I'll tell you why. In majority of the cases, when a girl tells you that the boyfriend I chose was a bad guy. Now, here's the question. Who chose the boyfriend? You chose the boyfriend. The girl chose the boyfriend. Okay. Who stuck with the guy? The girl stuck with the guy. Okay. Then obviously when you're with that guy, he starts doing bad things to you. Beats you or cheats you. Or, I've always wondered why good girls, innocent girls, nice girls, go for bad boys. Why? Okay, the girl can maybe have low self-esteem. Oh, this guy is chasing me so much. He loves me so much. I'm so special. Okay, that can be a factor. Or it can be this guy never stopped coming after me, okay, whatever. Or it can be unconsciously the girl likes bad boys. Unconsciously the girl doesn't want a good relationship. She wants a fuckhole relationship. She wants a bad, abusive, evil, sinister man. Now you'll say, like, come on, man. Who the fuck wants a retarded, painful, bad relationship? Take it from me, there are a lot of people who do. Like, for example, men. You think when they are going for a girl, they're going for a petite, innocent girl who doesn't want sex. No, they want one who wants crazy sex. For me also, when I think of a girl to date, I want a bold girl who really wants crazy sex. It's not as a life partner. We tend to have these fantasies, fetishes, okay? And we want her to do this and do that. And obviously when you're in the heat of being horny, you'll do things which are normally disgusting. But there you're like, put this on my mouth and put that inside your mouth and swallow it and this and that. We do all this, okay? However, for women, yes, one side is a fetish. But the other side is them making these bad choices. And then there are these other girls who portray that they're innocent. See, because if you see a girl, if you see a woman, her appearance can be very deceiving. She might look innocent, she might look cute, she might look nice. And we'll drop our defenses. Like, for example, when you see these car shows, you'll always see a sexy girl, petite girl, like Japanese. She's dressed up like a school girl. Why? Because men will stop and look. Oh, they look at the girl, Then they look at the car, They look at the girl, It's a proven scientific fact. When you find something that's attractive and sexy, your guard and defenses and inhibitions go a little down. You're like, So, girls know this. And if you want proof and evidence that having an innocent face and cute looks is not a sign of good character, just watch any porno. Go to any porn site. Check most of the porn. The girls in most are pretty hot. In fact, check type 18-year-old or type teen or, type this or petite girl. These are actual girls who are older than 18, but they look younger than 18. And if you were to see them before the sex scene, you'll think like, oh, what an innocent girl. Like if you take a screenshot and show someone this girl, they'll be like, oh, what a sweet girl, what a nice girl. But then if you see what they do during sex, like there was this girl who looked, in my group they once sent photograph of a girl who looks petite, and you're like, wow, what an amazing girl. Like she's dressed up in a corporate office, and what a girl with character, she's so successful. And the next image is the same girl. It was not morphed, it's actually a porn star. She's with around, I think, 10 black dudes, and she's covered in cum and this and that, and like, oh, just can't get enough in my holes or something like that she mentioned. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. In fact, I've known so many guys who when after they break up, obviously they open up to you after they break up. They tell you, Loy, this is what happened. See, I'm not trying to portray all men as innocent. Men and women more or less are, birds of the same feather. But because a guy asked me about a girl, I'm giving you guy to choose a girl advice, the red flag. So, like I said, guys are not innocent. But a girl can be really dangerous. In my life personally, I'll give you 3 examples. I don't know if you've already heard this. The first one was a Thai girl who came down here. She had such a big 10 or 11-year-old daughter. And she came down here, she wanted to marry me. She tattooed my name on her chest. And she was obedient and loving and caring and holding my hand, telling me how much she loves me. You'll think that a girl who can literally introduce you to her daughter, who introduce you to a family, who is so nice, who even tattoos your name. So what's wrong with her? She took 100,000, ran away. And she went back to her same abusive husband, who she used to give me the sob stories about. And if you thought the story ended there, this happened in the beginning of this year. I didn't mention it because I don't want drama. You know, once I break up with someone, I don't bother. This girl, no, I ended up getting a call from one guy. You know, I don't pick up phones if I don't know who you are. Then this guy tried to call. I didn't pick up. Could make out it's a European number. Then he sent me a message on my Instagram and email address and everywhere. Whatever his name is, he told me he is in love with this girl, the same girl. He said he's in love with her and he wants to marry her and start a new life. So I was like, why you're telling me? I said, all the best. I just sent him one line. He said, no, but I want you to remove all her photographs. I said, where do I have her photographs? So this guy did some search, Google search or whatever. He found 1 or 2 photographs of me and her. 1 or 2 out of the thousands that I have. I said, this was put ages ago, 4 years or 5 years ago, when she was planning to get married to me. He said, no, I want it removed because you're destroying her reputation. And she's crying every day and she is suffering. I said, boss, she has taken 100,000 from me and ran away. He couldn't believe. He said, rubbish. She's an innocent girl. I said, ask her. She took 100,000 and ran away. He said, okay, I'll check. But if it's a lie, I'm coming to kill you and this and that. I said, yeah, that we'll worry about later. And after, I think a day or so, gets back to me. I couldn't believe it that she took. Okay, it's a matter of respect. All right, fine. I'll make a deal with you. You delete all her photographs, everything, and I'll give you all the money back. The deal was fair enough. I didn't have to be crazy about it. But the funny thing was, after a few days, he sends me a message again that I'm going to sue you in court. And I'm like, sue me in court for what? According to him, his theory, which apparently the girl told him, she had tattooed my name, which she now made it black. He asked her, why did you tattoo? Maybe when he was drunk or something. And her story was, I gave her drugs. I drugged her, gave her alcohol. She was not in her senses. And I forced this tattoo on her body. Okay? And then when she came out of it, out of the guilt that I forced her, I gave her 100,000 to keep quiet. And that's the story she told him. And he was telling me, she cried so much and she showed me, she's saying she will never lie. She was crying and he showed me a video. Oh, she was crying. Imagine she's with her baby and she's crying. I was like, what? He's saying, you bastard, you're a smoker, drinker, drug addict. For those who follow my channel know that I don't smoke, drink, nothing. Forget drugs. So I told him, fine, come down, sue me. I have no issues. I said, or you can come, I'll take you to the tattoo artist who tattooed. Speak to her. Speak to him and find out if she was drugged. So this guy wanted to sue me for $1 million. Why? Because of the bullshit lies she gave. Now, the story would have been nice if it ended here, that he's coming down. Now, the thing is, he came down for marriage, actual marriage. And that is where I realized he has never met her. I was like, you never met her, then what the fuck? So I just kept quiet. And he was quarantined in the hotel, and he even had the audacity to ask me, can you help me get some porn sites? Because I'm in the hotel, you know, frustrated. I gave him some porno sites. Okay. Finally he met her. After he met her again, he changed back to, I'm going to sue you for $1 million and all that. Okay. And this female, on her Facebook, she starts posting photographs of him holding her hand, not the face, only hands, legs touching together, walking together, romantic JPEG images, maybe not of them, of, you get in stock images. And my wife was busy checking, I was not checking, in Thai, and my wife was trying, this is true love, and this is this, and this is that, and this man had the courtesy to tell me just to I don't know, he was thinking that he'll make me feel bad. He gave her another 100,000 for her daughter. He gave her 100,000 for her. Basically giving her money to keep her happy. And this female started to put on her Facebook that me and him are going to get married. I'm going to go to Europe. I'm going to get a European passport, citizenship. He's going to buy me a car, a house, a land. If any one of you want to come, please let me know. She started to get so many people writing below, don't forget me, you're my true friend. Hey, all the best. Hey, don't keep in touch. Oh, I also want to come to Europe. Oh, I want to check your car. They're not yet married. And she has already announced it, that she's getting a car, a house, a this, a that. And so now this guy had come down here to be with her. And he kept sending me abuses almost every day. You bastard, you this, you that, I'm going to sue you, I'm going to kill you. I was just collecting the emails. So that if in case I had to report to the police, easy now. However, after a month, suddenly everything stopped. My wife, anyway, me and my wife got busy. And then my wife, I just told my wife, hey, listen, can you check what happened to her? What happened to that female and guy? She said, yeah, oh, okay, let me check. So my wife went to a Facebook account. And now all the photographs of them holding hands, love, this, that, all are deleted. All deleted, huh? And now the images are about, eye with a tear, heart that is broken. She said, why can't I get true love? Nobody loves me. Only my daughter loves me. True friends are like this. All these poetic. And then I was wondering what happened to this guy. This guy also deleted all her photographs. He had not put her face. He had just put hands on the... And instead he put enjoying life in Thailand. No memory, no mention of her. And basically, I think this is my assumption, after coming here, initially he fell for all her bullshit. But eventually realized it's all sob stories, all nonsense. And he left her. I was not surprised because I knew, matter of time. See, now, this is not me trying to gloat over other people's misery. But the point I'm trying to tell you, if you meet a female or, any female, and they give you these sob stories, I loved him, but he beat me. Oh, he broke up with me. He this, he that. Yeah, because the girl unconsciously chose the wrong person. Because unconsciously, she likes mad people. And unconsciously, there is something wrong with her, which is why she's attracting these nut jobs, as I call that. So, the next time you meet a girl and tells you, oh, he beat me every day, he used to beat me. Just remember, maybe there's something wrong with this female. Like I told you, my previous ex-girlfriend used to say, he used to beat me with a fist and break my face. And I used to really feel sorry for them. I was like, poor thing, yeah. And then when they stayed with me, fuck, they're an absolute psycho. They would shout, they would scream, they would throw things and break the plates and use abusive words. Motherfucker, you think you're this? So, they would use such language. Like, imagine a girl saying, you motherfucker, you bastard, and taking your kitchen utensils and throwing down. Why? Because she's angry. And why? Because you don't want to go out with her or do something. So I was like, fuck, this is the way you behaved. It's a good thing he beat you. You should have done more. And then eventually, I'll tell you, such girls, eventually, they'll end up getting divorced. I have no doubt about it. In fact, the worst category among them is the girl who sleeps with you, but then tells you, I can't marry you because my mother's and father's wish, society, your career. Means, in other words, they just wanted a sausage for time being to, what? Up, down, left, right. And now they don't want long term, just short term sausage. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Am I making sense? Not making sense? Am I right? Am I wrong? Love to hear your thoughts. Right? You guys take care.